Warriors like to feel as if they are in control of the choices of sexual positions and petting. They tend to like females that have a passive outer sexual personality and an aggressive inner sexual personality. They are willing to let the female achieve an orgasm first, only if they feel that the female is not their sexual equal. If the female presents too much of a sexual challenge to arouse to orgasmic levels, then he may escalate his eroticism as a means to subdue her and be victorious. He tends to imagine himself as a sex idol that is too sexually complicated to be satisfied by any woman. Males tend to use a nurturing approach to sex. They have a vivid sexual imagination and don't like limitations set on their sexual conduct. Innovators seem to be involved in the emotional temperature of the female sexism. These men are sexually moody and don't like to feel emotionally obligated. They don't like questions about their sexual behaviors or thoughts, nor do they want to show that a woman's sexual personality has changed them. Innovators become sexually bored if sex constantly demands them to redefine themselves or their feelings or their sexual motives. Males like to dominate sexual intercourse activities and positions. They prefer sex positions that have them in control. These males can be aroused by associating mysticism with sex rather than physical lust. They act as if they know all their sexual feelings and have a superior sex stud mannerism. They seem to require a sexual take-charge female who can pretend to be submissive to his sexual desires. Males tend to have a nurturing mannerism towards sex. They desire the sex to be surrounded with romanticism and flirtation. They tend to feel good about themselves if they think their previous sex was rewarding. They may have an erotic appetite for sex that conflicts with their need for spiritualized sex. A female's innocent behaviors in dress, lace on a brassiere or slip, crossing of the legs, facial expressions, and or breathing can excite him sexually. They have preset ideals and high standards for sex. They want to sexually elevate themselves beyond the human existence. Males are chauvinistic about sex and must feel like the hunter capturing a prey. They tend to have difficulty exposing their true sexual desires to females. He tends to want females that use their sexuality to challenge or confront him rather than their mentality. They approach sex either hot or cold because they do not trust sex to fulfill them. Organizers tend to be sexually rigid and prefer the same organized positions in foreplay. He has favorite sexual foreplay, petting techniques, and positions, but won't let the female know them. He wants you to ask questions about how and what to do sexually to please him, but feels confronted if you ask the question. Males tend to assent sexual creativity. If it is difficult to figure out how to sexually satisfy the female, they will pretend that they can selfishly be satisfied when they are not satisfied. Sex tends to be an artistic and spiritual activity. They have sex moods and don't like them interrupted with sexual intercourse. These males dislike being manipulated into having sex or restricted to ordinary sexual positions. They avoid questions about their sexual nature, desires, and or fantasies. They secretly feel that they have a way to make sex therapeutic. Visionaries approach sex in a nurturing manner. They tend to place morals and ethics, rules of sex, above their own physical sexual pleasures. He tends to be critical of female sexual comments, taste, and desires. They tend to feel following sexual rules means the same as getting sexually satisfied. They do not like to take chances with new sexual positions or activities. During sex, he does not like to hear emotional comments or criticism of his lack of sexual passion. These males have good sexual erotic instincts, which can enhance sex, but they are too sexually strict to follow them. He hides his true sexual passion by using step-by-step sexual activities and a vague outer shell of spirituality.